Hey guys, and welcome back to Rad Resells. I'm Natalie and I'm a full-time reseller, and I just had an enormous haul from Goodwill. My bag is actually full right now of goodies. I came at the right time. I came an hour earlier than what I normally do, and I got someone's entire collection. So I'm super excited to show you what I found today. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Goodwill! So as I walk in, I spot a pair of familiar shoes on the edge here. I have sold these before. These are the Asics snap-down wrestling shoes. These were in a really good condition. You see there's not a lot of wear on them. They did, however, have some discoloration on the white tongue. I don't think that matters that much. These are wrestling shoes after all and sell for around $30. Now, when I sold these the last time, the sell-through rate was really good, meaning a quick sale. This time around, it was the opposite. So I googled when the wrestling season is at schools, and it's from late October to February. So we can expect to see an increase in the sell-through rate now that we are getting closer to wrestling season, because some items are seasonal items. Okay, so they just brought out this new rack and I scooped up everything in here. I haven't even looked at it. I saw a couple of the sleeves and I ran to the new rack because I know the theme, but I have not even looked at each item here. Holy moly, I think I just picked up someone's entire collection. But before we get to that, I also picked these two pieces up from the new rack. I recognize these immediately because I have a similar pair myself. These are the Lululemon Studio to Street Pant 2. I have the Dance Studio pants, so they are very similar. The little logo at the back of the leg gives them away. I believe the studio pants, which is a more looser fit, sells better, but these should still go for around $30. And I found a green one as well, same size 6 for them both. And they are both $4.89 each. But now, let's take a look at this collection I just found. I was actually shaking because I was so excited. I actually had to use both hands to get all of these pieces up because they were so heavy. Alright, first up, we have the Buccaneers. So this is a heavyweight hoodie with a little diamond pattern. And look at that cool zipper tab. That's a nice little detail. This one has the Sherpa fleece lining. Absolutely gorgeous. Football season has started, so I am getting this one up today. I flip it around and I love the cool scripted spell on the back. It's all embroidered. I'm expecting around $35 for this one, but it was the next piece that blew my mind. This is where my heart rate started to increase. Holy moly, what do we got here? Again, I have not seen this, so this is my face. Again with this super cool zipper tab, let's open it up. Oh yeah, we have a vintage NFL logo athletic pro line Tampa Bay Buccaneers windbreaker. But it is not just any windbreaker. You see that zigzag pattern? That's the shark tooth. And then I flip it around and I'm like, oh my god! Holy guacamole! It is fully embroidered on the back and the sleeves are embroidered both sides. Absolutely insane! Insane rare piece. I actually didn't notice until now that it had the shark tooth pattern, that zigzaggy panel pattern. It is a very desirable pattern, high value. Also look for that pattern on hats. They easily go for around or more than $100. Now in terms of the windbreaker, there's not many listed because this is a rare item, but I saw a few listed between $175 and $300, but I'm not expecting top dollar. I'm hoping to get between $150 and $200. Whew, well, alright, over to the next piece. We have another Buccaneers hoodie. This one was super heavyweight, and when I flipped it around, it did not disappoint. We had this Super Bowl champions embroidered on the back. Super cool piece. Looks like they won in the 02 season. So I'm expecting to fetch a little bit more for this one than the other hoodies, around $45. Next up, we have another Buccaneers hoodie. This one was new with tags. I'm like, whoa, no wonder it looked crispy cheese clean. This one was also fleece lined and had the embroidery on it as well. You can see it through the fleece. So I flip it and there it is, the nice Buccaneers spell out. Clearly, the guy who donated all of this stuff had great taste. Since this one is new with tags, I am expecting around 35 to 40 for it. Next up, we have a windbreaker. And to my pleasant surprise, this one was also new with tags. Got the nice embroidered logo, and I look on the inside and I go, oh, it is reversible. So let's just look on the back first. It's pretty plain on the back, just black. I look in the inside and it has the bigger embroidered logo on the reverse side. So that's pretty cool. Expecting around 45 for this piece. And we're nearing towards the end of the collection. It's another Buccaneers hoodie by NFL Reebok. So this should be a Y2K piece because the Reebok's collaboration with the NFL started at the 2002 season and ended with the 2011 season. And then Nike took over after that. This was also a very heavyweight fleece hoodie, and on the back we have the big embroidered logo. This material was more of the athletic feel compared to the cotton. And then last but not least, we have another Tampa Bay Buccaneers piece here. Sherpa fleece thermal full zip hoodie. The texture material was definitely a nice touch. Super heavyweight as well. It's for the cold season for sure. And also, of course, the embroidered spell out on the back. So I'm expecting around 35 for this piece. But look at my cart. I was just here at the right time. I could not believe it. Finally! I wish there were a few more dough pieces like the shark tooth one, but I'll take it. So remember the Lululemon pants that I scooped up from the new rack? Well, I went to the women's small pants section, which is the size that the other Lululemons were in, and what do you know? I found another Lululemon Studio to Street pant 2 in white. So that's a little mini tip. If you find something on a new rack, go and check to see if they already put some of them back already. Now, I am normally petrified of white because how are they still white? They must have a stain. But this one surprisingly didn't. I don't even know if she wore these ones. If you have made it this far into the video and you enjoyed this type of content, we post twice a week. Please hit that subscribe and like button so you don't miss out on future videos. And it does really support our channel and we really appreciate it. But we are not done with the pants. And next up, I found a beautiful TNA cargo pants. TNA is an in-house exclusive brand of the fashion retailer Aritzia. And these cargo pants should fetch around $30. I'm hoping for a little bit more on the other platforms besides eBay because this is a younger type of brand that is more popular on Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop versus eBay. And before I got to finish this pants rack, I noticed a new rack had come out, and of course we have to run there. It's first come first serve after all. And what do you know, after I finished this rack, I grabbed a couple of items here. I wasn't able to record it because you need all hands on deck when it comes to the new rack. So let's go see what I got. The first item that I found, it was hard to miss these rose appliques, or whatever it's called, on the front. It is by the brand Cash. Now I found a tank top that sold with the same rose details for $29, but that one was way cuter than this one. I actually hated how this cardigan looked, so I ended up putting it back. But some Cash pieces can do really well, so be on the lookout. And then the other pieces that I found was actually a matching suit set. Now sets do way better than just the blazers, and it's by the brand Ralph Lauren, and it was 100% wool. Since we are nearing the winter season as well, it's the perfect time to get these up. And I am expecting around $80 for this pinstriped set. The cost of the pants were $4.89 and the cost of the blazer was $5.99. One little thing that I always keep an eye out for are the employees and what they're bringing out. So from that cart, I eagle-eyed something I thought was a certain brand in their cart, but I wasn't entirely sure. But it is a major shoe brand. So I walked closer and yup, that's exactly the brand that I thought it was. But you're not allowed to grab things from the cart, at least not at our Goodwill. So you have to wait until they put it out on the floor. So I'm just going to be waiting patiently for her to put them down. And there she is. And boom, she just put them out on the rack. Just gonna give her some space before I grab them. But she took them back? What? I'm thinking in my head, oh no, these belong in a glass cabinet, meaning they are overpriced. And I am literally cringing at myself for stalking her like that. Just imagine waiting around for nothing. But then I saw her put them back in the kids section. I go, oh, did not think about that. So here we are walking to the kids section, and thankfully they were right here. So these are a pair of on-cloud shoes, major shoe BOLO brand. These are the Cloud Hero waterproof shoes for kids. They're only $2.99, which is crazy. But when you take a closer look at them, they are kind of wrecked. Now they go for around $30, but that's in a better condition. These had tons of wear, tons of flaws, imperfections, stains, rips, you name it. So I actually ended up putting these back. But definitely familiarize yourself with that logo. And I might sound redundant, but there's a new rack rolling out right now, so of course we gotta check it out. I immediately spotted a familiar sleeve right on the edge here. Wapa, we got another Tampa Bay Buccaneers hoodie. This one's a bit more on the plain side, but I'm still going to be picking it up. I went through the entire rack and unfortunately I didn't see anything else of value or for personal, but you never know what comes out on the new racks. Could have been another collection. So just gonna show the hoodie that I picked up. As you can see, it is on the plainer side, even though it does have that nice big graphic on the front and a nice patch on the sleeve. It is definitely on the more casual, nothing special about its side, but for $5.99, I think I can get $25 for it. Moving on to the women's sweater section, I actually made a mistake here. I came across this brand that I had never heard about before. It was called Print Fresh. And honestly, it felt kind of cheap. So I didn't even bother looking it up until later when I was editing the video. And when I looked up the comps, I go, oh my god. The robes go for $60, $70. Now, coincidentally, at the time I was editing this video, Will was at this Goodwill. So I quickly texted him to see if it was still there, and this was his response.
Natalie sent me a text message asking me if I was still here to grab this cheetah top. And I told her I literally just seen it. Print Fresh, never heard of it. She thought it was just a top. However, this is a robe. The robe here is $4.89, and I expect in this cheetah one for us to get no less than $50. Now, there is other ones in different prints that have sold for about $100. So get familiar with this tag.
So honestly, it was only luck that we actually got that piece. But back to some more finds from when I was there. I found this vintage Brooks Brothers 100% wool sweater. These are automatic pickups. Also has a beautiful pattern, but even the blank ones sell. But I'm expecting around $60 to $80 for this one. And this is just the perfect time to be coming across wool, sweaters, and just jackets overall because of the season. Obviously, it is a seasonal item. And right behind it was another vintage piece. We have LL Bean made in the USA, 85% wool and 15% nylon knitted sweater. We've actually sold this exact one in blue and gray for $31 each on Poshmark. So I'm obviously going to be picking this one up as well. Both sweaters were $4.89. But yeah, as you can see, I am leaving that print fresh leopard printed row behind. And it was just pure luck that Will happened to be at this Goodwill when I was editing that video, and I saw it and looked it up then. So tip, don't wait until you're home to research the brand. I know that sounds obvious, and normally I do it in store, but of course that one time you don't look something up, that's the item that would have been worth something. Well, I just filled up my entire back seat, almost, with goodies. Ah! Holy cow. My favorite piece though, it's right there. Alright guys, that sums up today's thrifting video. As always, thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to leave that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one.